welcome back to KAMMA. I'm Khalil Deal.
I'm Andio.
We are KAMMA, about to talk about our final predictions, thoughts, and face-offs for UFC Abu Dhabi. Corey Sandhagen versus Umar Nurmagomedov. This is our final predictions for the main card. I'm going to start it off right away without wasting any time. We got here Alvarez versus Elvis Brenner. So for this one here, man, definitely going to stick with Joel Alvarez. Now, Elvis Brenner is in great shape, man. He's very hype. He looks pumped. Both these guys are in amazing shape too, man. Joel Alvarez, he's slightly a bit more ripped. He's also much taller than Elvis Brenner. But Brenner is a bit more muscular and a bit thicker. They look kind of cordial in the face-offs, man. They looked very friendly. They were looking at them smiling there. They were laughing a bit. I find they were a little bit too friendly for my liking, but I think it's still going to be a crazy fight. Don't let the friendliness fool you. When these guys get in the cage, it's going to be a war. I think it's going to be a crazy banger, this fight. I still like Joel Alvarez for the height and reach advantage. I think he's going to win by KO or submission. All of his fights have been by finish in his career. I think he gets the finish on Brenner, but Brenner is very dangerous. But Joel Alvarez is the pick. Not super high confident, but I think he'll win this one by KO sub.
I got Elvis Brenner in this one. I think he's the better striker, and I think he's good enough on the ground to stay away from Alvarez's subs. Don't get me wrong, Alvarez is crazy with his subs. He has a lot of them, and he can put them all on well, but he's really more jiu-jitsu. I don't think his wrestling is even as good as Elvis Brenner as far as takedowns go. And if it's a stand-up battle, Elvis Brenner is going to catch him at some point, work his way in, show that dog in him, and put him away. So I'm calling knockout for Brenner in the second or third round.
Yeah, I mean, Elvis Brenner's a good dog, man. We'll talk about that in the betting. But like I said, man, Joel Alvarez, what he likes to do is he likes to get you to try to come in on him and try to shoot for a takedown. And when you do shoot, that's when he latches up a submission. He's very good at doing that. He waits for his opponent to come in and shoot for a takedown. Then he does like a crazy move, either gets you in a guillotine, headlock, guillotine, or he'll latch up a sub from off his back. Get an arm triangle or something crazy, wrap his legs around your neck. He'll do crazy things with the subs. So Elvis Brenner better be careful if he's trying to take down Joel. He better keep this fight standing because Joel is a real submission specialist. But we disagree on this one. First fight of the main card, I got Joel Alvarez to win by finish, and you got Brenner. All right, so let's move on up to the next fight. Mackenzie Dern versus Lupita Godinez. Who you got here, Andy O?
All right. Well, my pick is going to stay Mackenzie Dern. I think she's due for a win. I think mistake is going to lead to a sub by Dern at some point in the fight. This is going to be a very close fight, and that's about it here. I realize Godinez is better in a few areas, but I really think this time Dern's head is going to be clear because of all that divorce business and this and that. And sub by Dern. I don't know when, but at some point.
Jesus, man, Mackenzie Dern, man, she was practically stripping naked at the face-offs, man.
And she looks in good shape.
I mean, she's in great shape and pretty muscular, very nice body. But I think she's more concerned about her looks and her OnlyFans account than she is about fighting. Loopy is also in great shape. She looks more serious than Mackenzie Dern. Loopy is slightly taller as well. And she looks ready to fight, man. I think she beats Mackenzie Dern. And I think that I think Mackenzie Dern's going to get tired in this fight later on because of the extra muscle. I feel like she's put on a little bit more muscle than she had before. If you can see, her legs are a little bit more muscular and her arms a little bit more muscular, not to mention the 10-pound fake boobs she's got on there.
She has to take people down, though, so that's probably why, eh? She's going to look to take her down, I think, more.
Well, I think Lupi will fend off those takedowns. I think Lupi Godinez will be actually very good on the feet and land more shots and start to hurt Mackenzie Dern, tire her out a bit when she fends off those takedowns. So I got Lupi Godinez getting the win here by decision. I know that We are in disagreement with this one. You got Mackenzie Dern winning by submission. I got Loopy by decision. We'll see what happens. But I really think Loopy's got it in this one, man. All right. So we're in disagreement here. Let's move on up to the next fight here. Your turn here, NDO.
Okay, so yeah, I still got Davis and Figueiredo. Oh, wait a minute here. It's Tony Ferguson and Chiesa. What was I thinking? I kind of subconsciously skipped over this fight. This fight, my spot is to go over 1.5 rounds. I think Tony Ferguson will survive at least that long until Michael Chiesa probably catches him in a sub in the late second round, probably the third round. Tony's shown some like fight left in him to survive fights, you know, in recent memories. So Chiesa not particularly crazy dangerous. So yeah, that's the call. But I like that over 1.5 round spot, and it was decent money last I checked for my liking. Who you got, real deal?
1-900 gambler, 1-900 gambler. This is not a fight to bet on. Chiesa looks.
Reminds me of the Molly McCann fight from last time.
Chiesa looks good, man. He's in great shape. He looks excited for this fight. Tony's also in good shape, but Chiesa is obviously bigger. You can see that he's more muscular. He's more ripped. Again, this is a 1-900 gambler fight. This is the one where I'm going to sit back and watch some of it. Most likely going to take a smoke break. Maybe go and refill my drink. Go do something else. Maybe come back towards the end of this fight. Really have no interest in this fight.
Already got like a list planned out.
Yeah, definitely no interest in this fight. No interest in betting in this fight. But I am going to pick Chiesa to win by sub or decision. But there's no value on Chiesa by sub or decision there.
I'll watch Tony if he's in a wheelchair in there. You know, I just have to. But
I mean, I'm gonna watch, but I really have not much of an interest there. And like I said, it's a good time to take a smoking break and come back there and see what happens in the later on in the fight there. So the pick is Chiesa by sub or decision.
Over 1.5 rounds.
Yeah, I mean, the thing is I wish that there was a bit more value on Chiesa, but you can't even bet him, man. I'm not putting him in a parlay, way too risky. I don't know what the fuck to do with Chiesa, so I just not gonna bet on this one. So, and I suggest you folks out there don't bet on this one unless you're a degenerate like us or like Andy, betting on this fight. All right, let's move on up to the next one. We got Marlon Vera versus Davison Figueiredo. So for this one, man, Figueiredo is a physical specimen. This guy, his muscles have muscles. The guy is shredded. He's absolutely in great shape. Of course, he's shorter than Chito Vera.
Yeah, he's not smaller though, man. He looks good, eh? Like to those,
yeah, I mean,
I thought he was gonna be so much smaller. Get out of town.
As far as the height there, he is a little shorter. But I mean, as far as the body size there, he's he's pretty big. He's bigger than Chito Vera as far as body mass and like muscular. He's a bit more muscular. But speaking of Marlon Vera, what the fuck is he wearing here, man?
Look, one of them, you knew at least one of them was gonna do it, man. And Abu Dhabi.
Like Chito Vera, you are not Muslim, man. You're not from Abu Dhabi. The guy looks like he just came back from prayer at the mosque. Like, what are you wearing? What are you doing? He looks ridiculous. I got Figgy winning this one, man. I just think he's much more dangerous on the ground than Marlon Vera. I think he'll take him down and use the wrestling and grappling. Might even try to snatch up some submissions down there, ground and pound. Marlon Vera is kind of sneaky though. He does have some power and he does get a little bit better in the later rounds. He's definitely going to give up the first round. He starts off slow, but in the second and third round, he picks it up.
It's not a 5-round fight though, you know, so I don't think it's enough, even if he does.
That's it. He might come back a little too late in this one, and Figgy might end up getting a finish or win by decision. So I got Figueiredo. Very hard to find out how he's going to win Figueiredo in this one, but I'm thinking sub or decision. I know Marlon Vera's I don't think he's ever been finished, so it's going to be a tough one to get the finish for Figueiredo. But he should be able to win a decision, maybe catch a sub on the ground somehow.
Yeah, I just think a sub is more likely than a decision as far as finishing Cheeto goes. I think, though, it will probably go to decision because that's the way Cheeto loses his fights. Yeah, I think Figgy looks great. Can't really tell how great Cheeto looked, but I'm pretty sure he's going to show up just fine. And yeah, so give me Figueredo, just overall better and former multiple time champion. Give me Figueredo by sub or decision. Yeah, that's about it. But give me Figgy.
All right, we're in agreement there. Let's move on up to the next fight here. We got Shara Magomedov versus Michal Oleksiejczuk.
Okay, this fight could seem a lot closer if like Shara's takedown defense is just utter garbage and Olachechic decides, hey, I'm a wrestler now, and that's it. I don't
Yeah,
think
he
that
never wrestles though, man. Like I've never
doesn't
seen him
really.
wrestle. Never
He's
seen him wrestle in his fights.
he's just going to approach it to his strength, which is probably wise, but that strength is going to kind of play into Magomedov's strength a little bit, I feel, and he's going to keep him away with those awesome kicks and really punish him for coming in forward. So give me Shara by knockout in the late second round or third.
Yeah, man. I mean, Oleg Shajik, this guy, every time I've watched this guy fight, he keeps it on the feet. He's never tried to wrestle or grapple. And I think that Shara is going to keep it on the feet as well. It's gonna be a banger while it lasts. I don't think
Yeah.
this fight is going the distance though, but I think they will fucking tear each other's heads off here. You can see Michal looks very, very serious and very angry. But he also looks very stupid with this fucking Polish face paint here. He's trying to be like Paul Craig or something.
The thing with Olachechic, though, he's not afraid to get in there against anybody, right? So I expect him to do the same here.
I think Shara is going to destroy him, man. I think Shara Magomedov is much bigger than Oleksiejczuk. He's bigger. He's in better shape. He's taller, and he looks even stronger. Uh,
For a guy that fought at light heavyweight, like Olachechic seems he could fight at welterweight.
I don't know what's wrong with Michal Oleksiejczuk, man. He's just a weird guy, taking on getting in some weird fights here. Yeah, Shara's got this one. I got Shara winning this one by knockout. I think he knocks the fuck out of Oleksiejczuk in this one, man. Just fucking flatlines him in this one.
But what round for you?
Um, I'm gonna say Magomedov actually fucking flatlines him because he doesn't really finish fights early. Shara, I notice. I think he finishes this one in late second round,
Yeah, I mean, yeah, as do
late
I.
second or early third.
It really took him a while to find Tricoli there for the knockout, eh?
Exactly. So
That
that's
was
what I think.
kind of like he should have put him away way before that.
Exactly. So I think he'll knock him out in like the late second round or early third round, man. All right, so we're in agreement there with Magomedov. Let's get to the next fight here, which is the main event of the evening.
Main event of the evening.
Andy O.
Yo, so here I still got to lean with Umar. I think he's gonna find that sub at some point. But Corey Sandhagen, man, he's just too skilled to not consider putting a sprinkle on at these odds. They're just crazy. But yeah, I think Umar finds the sub in round 3 or 4.
Yeah, these guys are both in a great shape. Corey Sandhagen is a little skinnier. I find Umar Magomedov is a little thicker, a bit more muscular, a bit more ripped, a bit more in shape over Sandhagen. I thought Sandhagen was going to be a way taller, and it's not the case. He's not crazy that much bigger, that much taller. Sorry, it's just by like an inch or two there maybe. But I was expecting like a huge height difference there. But yeah, Umar, I think what's going to happen in this one is it's going to be a scrappy fight. I think Sandhagen is going to land a few punches. He's going to, move around, try to get some takedowns. I think Umar is going to stuff a couple takedowns, and then I think Umar is going to get some takedowns of his own. And then when he finally gets Sandhagen down, I think Sandhagen is going to try to get a submission or try to scramble and get out of position. Try to maybe get back on top of Umar, but it won't work. He'll try a sweep, that won't work. Umar's going to hold him down, ground and pound a little bit, and then I think after a little while in the later rounds, Corey Sandhagen is going to get tired a bit, and then he's going to get tired of trying to take down Umar and not have any success. And I think Umar is going to be relentless with the takedowns. Eventually, Sandhagen gives up his back when trying to get back up. Umar latches in a rear naked choke. That's how I see the fight going. So I got Umar winning by sub or decision in this one.
Excellent play-by-play there. Yeah, I see him finding his back at that point in the fight. I do, however, see Sandhagen really looking for some knees up the middle in preparation for those takedowns because he does plan ahead well, and that's got to be something he's looking for. But yeah, so Umar with the sub, we're in agreement, round 3 or 4. Don't forget to like and subscribe, leave a comment, tell us who you got.
I definitely agree with you with Sanhagen being a dog pick at those odds, man. So we'll talk about
Just
that coming
yeah,
up
just
next in our betting show. Stay tuned, folks.
Yeah, just the odds make it so appealing, you know? If they were lower, maybe not, but he's so valuable.
All right, there you have it, folks. Our final predictions for the main card, our thoughts for the face-offs. Stay tuned next to our betting video.